Hey, Ron's Bass Lessons, back with another song. This is called Just a Girl by a band called No Doubt. I think it was an 80s era tune, maybe early 90s. But had to learn this for a band I playing. So I think the biggest challenge of this song overall is the structure of the song, because it's not absolutely symmetrical changes. So as I always do, I have transcribed it, and I even transcribed the structure. For what it's worth, I'm sure I'm not the only person who's transcribed it, but I noticed that I'm different than a lot of bass player transcribers, that I put my chords on top of my transcriptions, which to me just makes it easier to help my mind get the muscle memory faster. So the song starts at the beginning, the guitar is doing a riff, and you're playing harmonics over it. So you're playing on the bottom two strings on the 7th fret, on the bottom string, 7th fret on the 2nd up string, and the 9th fret on the 2nd up string, the D string. So, alright. And you're going to make those that harmonic statement a couple times in the song, I think 3 times total, 3 sections. And then there's one other part, it's right before the last chorus, where they do that, and then they move up and they do it on the 19th fret. And they hit the bottom string 19, and then the next string up, the D string, twice on the 19th. Okay? And they almost always introduce the verse parts with a like a little shoot back from the B note on the 14th fret. I mean, you can do it on the 7th, but I think it's a different effect if you use the high B. I mean, I guess you could do it here. But I think this is where it has the biggest punch, you know. And the only other thing that they do that's sort of like off the wall to be aware of is in the first verse, and it's the only time they do the way they do the first verse. The only time they do it that way, they do the D half time. They're just pumping on the D, and actually, I think on the record, I think they're playing a low D. I think it's an open D tuning, or they're using a 5-string bass. So I'm not bothering with that. I could drop my D, but I don't think it's that important for a cover band. But it's certainly your call. But so I'm just playing D. So at the beginning, you're doing that half time 4 times in a row. So you're going 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4, and then it goes to double time. And right before he does the double time, he does that, hits the 14th fret, and then it's, you know, and then there is like a little run that's hard to hear, but to come into the chorus, and it's something along the lines of, you know, just working your way to the B, because the chorus is on B. So I just kind of like hit the D, open A, B flat to B, and then I do the chorus lick. And the chorus lick is the most, you know, prevalent thing in the thing. So it's just basically B, A, G, A, and you can play it anywhere you want, but I like the thickness and the boom of the top strings. And then it's kind of like a hammer and pull on the string under it, which technically would be the 4th and the 5th of those chords. So it's alright, so that's basically your chorus. And as I said, the structure is everything. First time it does it like I think 4 times or 8 times right on, and second time I think it's like 6 times, and the last time it just keeps repeating it until the end of the song. So you just have to do some counting. Again, I did transcribe it with the structure, so you're welcome. Just email me. I'll send you my copy if it'll help you. So okay, so at the end of the chorus, however many times you do it there, the choruses always end on a G to a C, and it's just pumping on the 2 root notes. one measure of each, and then sometimes you go back to the harmonic once. Okay, you do that between the first and second verse, but after the second verse, it goes right into the synth solo, and it doesn't do the harmonics. That's very important to make note of that. You know, if the rest of the band that you're playing with is playing like that, so you do that G to C thing, and then you go right into the chorus 4 times for the synth solo. You know, do that 4 times. And again, at the end of that solo, they finish with the G to C. Okay. So after that solo, excuse me, after that solo, then this is when you do the different harmonics. So you do the same one you've been doing on the 7th and 9th fret once, and then you go up to the 19th, and then okay. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's one other riff that they do in the second verse, and then they restate it like once on the third one, I believe. But it's okay. So on the second verse, the first 4 measures, you're doing what you've been doing. 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, and then you do 3 of. All right, and then you're going to do a transition to get into the chorus again. So that sequence is D, B, B flat, A, essentially, except they're playing fifths, except on the B flat, they're playing a major third. So it's okay, those are the 2 fifths, and then you're playing 6th fret to 5th fret. You're playing that major third from that B flat chord. So, and then restating the 5th on the A and E, 5 and 7 frets. Okay, and it does do that. I believe it does it at the end. The next time it does on the last verse, it does the pumping of the D 3 times, and then it hits that sequence. You don't really have to, but I'm pretty sure that's what they're doing. So okay, so I got transitions. Oh yeah, and in that second verse, when they're when between the 4 count of one, 4 count of the other, when it does the pump and changing to the, it does the, like I said, he uses that a lot to sort of state a change in what he's going to play. And then sort of the last time again, on that second verse, when you do, after you do it 3 times, you know the, then you go, or something along those lines to walk back up to the, okay? And then the outro is long. They just keep repeating the chorus, and I believe I counted it on my transcription. So the very last outro chorus, they do the chorus, and they still, one more time, they do the G to the A, the G to the C thing. Okay? But the difference is, on the very last time, they do that twice. They go G, 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 C, 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 G, G. And then the song ends on little, 2 little double stops, well 3 actually. So you got 4th fret bottom string, 5th fret. That's going to be a G. That's going to be a major G interval, and then you slide up to the 10th fret, which would make that a C. So you're on the 9th fret and the 10th fret, and then you're going to switch to 9 and 11. And instead of the 9th fret being the 3rd of that triad, you're going to switch, make that the root, and that's what it ends on right there. Check it guess would make that a B chord, which is the key, right? So it's like. So 4, 5, 9, 10, and 9, 11. And that's how it ends. So that is all the parts. Like I said, the trick is putting the structure together, but just repetition, repetition. So thanks for stopping by. If you like the channel, of course, like and subscribe, and email me if you want the transcriptions. Thanks for coming.